History of Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler was a German politician and leader of the Nazi Party. Born in Austria in 1889, he rose to power as Chancellor of Germany in 1933 and later Führer in 1934. Under Hitler's leadership, Germany became a totalitarian state where the Nazi Party controlled all aspects of life. Hitler's regime is primarily known for starting World War II and the Holocaust, in which 6 million Jews and millions of others were killed. Hitler committed suicide in his bunker in Berlin in April 1945 as Allied forces closed in on the city. The aftermath of World War II saw Germany occupied by the Allies and Hitler's crimes being tried in the Nuremberg trials. Hitler's legacy remains a controversial and highly debated topic. Hitler's early years were marked by poverty and failed attempts at gaining admission to art school. He eventually found work as a painter in Vienna, but his political views began to take shape during this time, and he became deeply nationalistic and anti-Semitic. In 1913, he moved to Germany and volunteered for the German army during World War I. After the war, Hitler became involved in the German Workers' Party, which later became the Nazi Party. He was appointed as the party's leader in 1921 and began to gain popularity in Germany through his charismatic speeches and nationalist ideas. Hitler's rise to power was swift, and in 1933 he was appointed Chancellor of Germany. He quickly consolidated power and became Führer in 1934, ruling as a dictator. Hitler's regime is best known for the systematic persecution and extermination of Jews and other minority groups in Europe. Network error. Known as the Holocaust. The Nazis established concentration camps where millions of people were subjected to forced labor, starvation, and mass murder. In addition to the Holocaust, Hitler's regime was responsible for widespread human rights abuses and the deaths of millions of people in World War II. Hitler's aggressive foreign policies, including the invasion of Poland in 1939, led to the outbreak of World War II. Despite early military successes, Germany's fortunes began to turn as the war progressed, and by 1945, the Allies had defeated Nazi Germany. Hitler committed suicide on April 30, 1945, as Allied forces closed in on Berlin. After the war, Germany was occupied by the Allies, and many of Hitler's top officials were tried and executed for war crimes in the Nuremberg trials. Hitler's legacy continues to be the subject of much debate and discussion, with many seeing him as a monster responsible for the deaths of millions, while others admire him for his leadership and nationalism. Adolf Hitler's impact on history cannot be overstated. His aggressive foreign policies, persecution of minority groups, and initiation of World War II led to widespread destruction and loss of life on a massive scale. In addition to the horrific events of the Holocaust, the war caused widespread destruction and displacement, leading to the deaths of millions of people, both civilians and military personnel. The legacy of Hitler's reign continues to influence global politics and society. The lessons of the Holocaust, including the dangers of hate speech and political extremism, are still studied and remembered today. The Nuremberg trials set an important precedent for international justice and the punishment of war crimes. However, despite the widespread recognition of Hitler's atrocities, he remains a controversial figure and a symbol of evil for many. Some neo-Nazi groups still admire and seek to emulate Hitler and his ideology. Thus, the legacy of Hitler and the Nazi regime remains a complex and highly charged issue that continues to generate discussion and debate. Thanks for watching.